That was it. Congratulations to PSG. As a Bayern fan, congratulations to PSG. I would honestly not feel any Schadenfreude if PSG loses against Arsenal. I would be backing PSG, but I would have loved it if Bayern won this match, and I would be wearing the Bayern shirt tomorrow in the college in Dortmund to provoke some Dortmund fans. But no, I have got so many things to say about this match. First thing first, the first thing for me, even though that's not a reason why we lost, but this is first thing that I didn't like it about this match. Why change this? Why? We can announce this shirt for the next year. In the summer we could announce it. Maybe even in the final. Maybe even the final would make no sense. I think it was very unnecessary that Bayern Munich we've been playing with this shirt for the whole season and it has worked. I mean, what's the problem with it? Why? I don't know. That's first thing first. Second, Bayern Munich, the individual performances of the players. It's not a coincidence that in the first leg, Olise, Harry Kane, Luis Diaz, they were playing brilliant. They were successfully dribbling, making the passes, making the runs, pressing, everything worked. This match, all of them, they looked so poor. Do you think that's a coincidence? I think Luis Enrique, he outplayed Vincent Kompany. Vincent Kompany said, I think he said, I've watched so many matches of PSG to prepare myself. But Luis Enrique is a different beast. He needs to watch only one match of Bayern Munich and he understands everything. He's so much more experienced. I remember 2015, he knocked Bayern Munich out of the Champions League and everybody was just dead. Every player. Individual Olise was dead. Luis Diaz, in some moments, he looked good. Harry Kane, except that goal, which was so late. That was it. It's not a coincidence. So that was it. Next point of it. It was such a shame. I don't know if Bayern decided this, Manuel Neuer, the captain, but it was such a shame that the first half where we were playing PSG's goal was where our ultra fans are. Our ultras are basically. Most of the time, Bayern Munich plays the second half and then the ultra will pressurize the team. This time was not the case, the goal side. So also a shame. Then, next point that I want to talk about, obviously, first of all, Musiala, very poor. I really doubt his potential. I doubt his future with Bayern Munich. And Manuel Neuer, respect to Manuel Neuer, they could have scored more. They could have scored so many more goals. Then, next point I want to touch is basically, I'm a data guy. I'm just looking back at Champions League matches, 2022 semi-final, if you remember. Manchester City played Real Madrid. Same scenario of the first leg, just like this one. 4-3, City won. And then in Madrid, in Santiago Bernabeu, just like how PSG today was dominant, City was dominant. And then they scored one goal in 73rd minute. Mahrez scored a goal. And then until 89th minute, City was basically leading 5-3 on aggregate. And in this match also too, in Munich Stadium, PSG was leading 6-4 until 89th minute. But City, Real Madrid, Rodrigo scored 2 goals in just 4 or 5 minutes. That's what Bayern couldn't do it. Bayern just scored 1. And I genuinely believe it's because Madrid is a different team. Madrid has the history. It's the badge. This is good. But Madrid is so much bigger than this. Madrid has the spirit that Bayern doesn't have. Madrid can do comebacks. Madrid can do miracles. Madrid is that guy that Bayern Munich is not, that Manchester United is not, that Liverpool is not. Even though Liverpool, I know they have done some great comebacks, but Bayern can do comebacks against Basel, Salzburg, and Porto, not against this PSG. Such a shame they couldn't score a goal earlier. Then Nicolas Jackson, when he came in, again, this is another Real Madrid analogy, but Nicolas Jackson is a mediocre player, and Joselu also was a mediocre average player. Madrid fans were booing him, in that 2024 season. But that guy, Joselu, scored 2 goals against Bayern Munich in the Champions League semi-final in 2024. Nicolas Jackson couldn't do that. Had Nicolas Jackson played for Madrid, had he won this patch, I think he would have scored. And had Joselu played for Bayern Munich in that match, in today's match, instead of Nicolas Jackson, he would have been what he is actually. A mediocre player who cannot do miracles. But Joselu did because he was wearing the Madrid patch. Then, if another point I want to mention is this season's Bayern. We have scored in every match. That's the positive I'm taking from this match. We have scored in every match since August. Even the matches we lost. We've lost one or two matches. And this match, it looked like we're not going to score any goal until 94th minute. And then Harry Kane scored a goal. So we can maybe try to not let that record go away so easily. We will play some next matches and we will score in every match. Thinking of this Bayern Munich, we beat Madrid. That's after 14 years. This Bayern team, I do think that the front three is much better than 2020. It's so much better in terms of records. It was Lewandowski, Gnabry. Lewandowski is good. Lewandowski is amazing, obviously. Gnabry was good. Gnabry wasn't as good as Olise that season. He had a better record, but as just individual quality. And even Robert Lewandowski, I would like to argue that Harry Kane this season was better than Lewandowski in 2022. Just slightly. I know this is controversial. But then you have the left winger. Bayern didn't have a single left winger the whole season. Bayern Munich that season, sometimes Perisic, sometimes Coman, sometimes Coutinho. It's a shame that this Bayern Munich team had to face an opponent so strong, so much superior than them, that Bayern Munich in 2020 didn't do it. Bayern Munich in 2020 played less matches because of COVID. They didn't play away matches against Barcelona and Lyon. And then they also, to be honest, that PSG that they beat in final was not as good as this PSG. I genuinely think if this PSG had played against that Bayern, they would have won it. So it's a shame. Just talking about Bayern Munich as an institution, we all, only 2 teams have won more Champions League than us. It's AC Milan, which we could have catched this season. We could have catched them, and Real Madrid, nobody can match Real Madrid. But we cannot win 2 Champions League in 3 years, or in 4 years, or in 5 years. It takes 7 minimum, at least. Maximum 7 years you need it to win a Champions League for Bayern Munich. 2001 we won it, then 2013, 12 years later, then 7 years later. It's been 6 years Bayern has won the Champions League. It's just not that easy, man. It's honestly not that easy to win the Champions League, even though we have no pressure. From Bundesliga, most years we don't have pressure. Look at Arsenal. They have so much pressure in the Premier League. They made it to the final. So yes, Bayern Munich is a big, big, big club, but you know, we have our own limits. You know, we have our own limits, and I don't think next season we could win, because next season Madrid is going to come back, and this PSG will also be back. City could be back. Barcelona. This wasn't this. If we, I also believe that if we beat this PSG, we would lose against Arsenal, because look at the defending of PSG. Surely Arsenal can defend better. In the end, congratulations to Paris, Luis Enrique. Respect to him. I will be backing PSG just for their style of playing. I think they will save football by by winning the Champions League final against Arsenal, and man, that was it. Such a great season, and it just took one match to basically ruin it. I mean, we won the Bundesliga, but even I don't care. We could win the Pokal. Wouldn't really change. Yes, we haven't won for 6 years, but Pokal is only beautiful. For me, the whole point of Pokal, the German Cup, is so in a season when Bayern is winning the Bundesliga and Champions League, you win that too to make the treble. That's the point of Pokal. That's the only point. It doesn't really matter if the season, like for 6 years, we didn't win it. I didn't care. We only care about Champions League. Yes, Bundesliga, we will win it. It would be still not a good season if we don't win it. You just want to play good. You just want to have good performances. You know, you rather win it by having good performances than winning it with bad performances, because that's just will not give you good chances to win the Champions League. That was it this season. Mia Samia. I don't know next season what's going to happen. I don't think we're going to win the Champions League. But the positives is we didn't get humiliated, thanks to Manuel Neuer. We scored a goal. That's also good. We competed this season for the Champions League. We were just a bit away from making it to the final. I think that's the spirit. I'm pretty sure, I can very much in my head right now imagine in 2027 we will lose. We will get knocked out in the Champions League in the quarterfinal or semi-final. It's either going to be quarterfinal or semi-final. That's my prediction for next year. But I hope I'm wrong. I always hope I'm wrong when I'm being pessimistic about Bayern. But I'm right, unfortunately, every time.